Continuing along, we have another formula that's pretty fancy. What it does is it finds the sum of a geometric series. Remember, sum and series, they mean that's going to just go ahead and add up all the numbers. What does it say that you're going to do? It says to find the sum of the first n terms. You're going to take just like before, with the arithmetic, you always start out with the first term. This is a little bit different. You're going to do 1 minus, and that's always going to stay the same, the common ratio r raised to the nth power, which is, again, however many things you're trying to add up. And we'll do all that first because it's inside parentheses, then multiply it by your first term. Then at the very end, we're going to divide by whatever 1 minus your common ratio is. So 1 minus your common ratio, r, that's what you'll be dividing by at the end. So let's see if we can figure out how to use this formula. In this first example, they want us to find the sum of the first 5 terms of the geometric sequence. I know they only asked for the first 5 terms, which means you could literally find the first 5 terms and add them all up. But let's assume we didn't know how to do that. This formula says to find the sum of the first 5 terms, we'll take the first term, a sub 1, which according to list is 4. And we'll multiply by, in parentheses, 1 minus our r. Well, remember our r, our common ratio, is determined by how are we getting from one term to the next. Well, to get from the 4 to the 16, they're multiplying by 4. Then to get from the 16 to the 64, they're multiplying by 4. And to get from the 64 to the 256, they are again multiplying by 4, which means our common ratio, our r, is 4. So we'll use our common ratio, our r of 4, is raised to just the regular n on this formula when you're doing the sum. How to make life confusing. And then on the bottom, we'll have 1 minus, again, r on the bottom. We need to do what's inside the parentheses first, and what's highest inside the parentheses is the exponent, the 4 to the 5th, which is 1024. So you'll actually do that stuff that's in the parentheses first, the 1 minus 1024, which is negative 1023. And I can go ahead and simplify the denominator because it's by itself right now. The 1 minus r, the 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Order of operations is going to make me simplify the numerator first. If I simplify the numerator first, I have a 4 times negative 1023, and then we'll divide that by a negative 3, and what I end up with is 1,364 is my sum of my first 5 terms. Again, just